Hey everyone! You may know of me as one of Nintendo Life's resident Sonic the Hedgehog fans, but I do have a name. The name's Sonic. No, it's Xeon. Why do I do this to myself? Now, the Sonic series has always held a special place in my heart. The Genesis was one of my first consoles. I had Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic Spinball. I even had a Sonic-themed cake for my 6th birthday party. I remember watching the cartoon, and I remember playing Sonic Adventure with my best friends. I had the soundtrack for the second game on CD, and we would listen to it all the time. So when Sega reached out and asked if they could sponsor a video for Sonic Frontiers, my bosses said, "Have you met Xeon? Is it time for Frontiers?" With open world elements, a true return to 3D Sonic, and a lot of new ideas, I've been extremely excited to see what Sonic Frontiers has to offer. And after making my way through the first chunk of the game, I thought it'd be fun to share with you a spoiler-free look at my favorite moments so far. So a big thank you goes out to Sega for sponsoring this video. And without further ado, here are just a few things that have made me smile while playing Sonic Frontiers. Sonic has always obviously been known for his speed, and while past games in the series definitely make use of it, in Frontiers, it just hits different. A majority of Frontiers is made up of these 5 massive levels called open zones, which are littered with intentionally placed grid rails, platforms, springs, and boost pads for you to play around with. And the way that you can be sprinting around a map and suddenly jump and land on a grind rail to then lightspeed dash through a row of rings and fly through the air is incredibly satisfying. And as you explore, you'll pick up on shortcuts that allow you to get from one side of the map to the other much quicker, and it's a real treat discovering them for the first time as well. And while there are fast travel options that you can eventually unlock in the game, I haven't at one point felt the need to use them. Playing as Sonic feels so good. Now, Sonic's love for his friends may rival his speed at times, but boy oh boy, it really feels like the entire game was built around his speed. Even the cyberspace levels that are themed around classic Sonic game levels go by pretty quick. They never overstay their welcome, and they even have extra challenges like collecting all the red rings or beating the level under a certain time if you want another reason to go back through those levels again. You can even give Sonic an extra boost with the press of a button, and if you manage to get Sonic's ring counter full, he'll get an even bigger boost to his overall speed. And you can use this boost feature pretty often as well. And while there is a cooldown, it clears up pretty quick. Throughout the game, you'll find these little Coco stone characters. And if you collect enough of them, you can upgrade Sonic's top speed. And you can always see how fast Sonic is moving thanks to a gauge in the bottom right corner of the screen. Never have I felt more sure that Sonic truly is the fastest thing alive. One of my favorite parts of the original Sonic Adventure game was how fun it was to run around and explore the adventure field. Being in that lifelike environment and having the freedom to go anywhere was always such a special thing for me. I remember spending hours just scouring every nook and cranny, looking for hidden emblems that I could jump to if I mastered Sonic's speed, and I still remember how stoked I was when I first discovered the fact that you could actually run across the treetops in the Mystic Ruins. And Sonic Frontiers has already had plenty of special moments like that for me too. There are plenty of massive structures that are begging to be scaled or bounced up on top of. And typically you're rewarded for it with some type of upgrade or collectible. And there are so many little side quests sprinkled throughout the map that it's really easy for me to get distracted from the main task. But with a game like this, that's a great problem to have. I want to lightspeed dash through that string of rings to see where it'll take me. I want to know what's waiting for me at the top of that floating platform. And it's genuinely fun to hop on a grind rail and boost off it into the sunset. Now let me know if you remember this, but there was this moment in the opening cutscene for Sonic Adventure where you see these quick shots of Sonic sprinting through a rainforest, and that was always such a cool thing for me as a kid. Looking back now though, it's still pretty cool. But the reason I bring that up is that there was a point for me while I was playing Frontiers where my brain snapped back to that cutscene because I was running around at the speed of sound as my blue boy with rain crashing around me, dodging trees. It felt like nothing could touch me, and a smile lit up my face. It felt like I was really playing that cutscene myself. Sonic Frontiers may not be called Sonic Adventure 3, but it sure does have a lot of its DNA. And while I've yet to see everything Frontiers has to offer, there have been quite a few moments that have pinged my Sonic Adventure obsessed brain. And I won't spill those moments here, except for one. If you sign up for the official Sonic newsletter before January 31st of 2023, Sega will send you a code that you can use to download shoes that Sonic can wear in Sonic Frontiers that are inspired by the ones that he wore in Sonic Adventure 2. I don't know about you, but I think those shoes are so clean I could wash my hands with them, if you know what I mean. Now, even though Sonic is his name and Speed is his game, there are some moments where you can just kick back and relax and go fishing with a cat. Big the cat is back, and all he wants to do is go fishing with you. Throughout the game, you'll stumble upon these purple coins, which you can actually trade to Big in exchange for the chance to cast your line out into a body of water. And not only are there a bunch of fish to collect and strange things to uncover from the water, everything you catch will also in turn give you tokens that you can trade to Big to unlock upgrades and items that Sonic can use in the regular part of the game. And since you can only go fishing if you have purple coins to trade to Big, it means you can't sit around and fish the day away. You'll look forward to those moments that you can go kick back with your big boy Big. And apparently Big is collecting these purple coins because Froggy likes them, but I haven't seen Froggy yet. So is Froggy out in the water, or maybe Froggy's on vacation in Vegas? Froggy, where are you? The music has always been one of the strongest parts of the Sonic series. I feel like most people in life probably know the Green Hill Zone theme song, even if they haven't played a Sonic game for some reason. But the soundtrack for Sonic Frontiers takes a different approach. The open zone worlds are full of orchestral arrangements that can kind of make you feel a bit more connected to the world. It has a great mix of really calming tracks that can make you feel relaxed when exploring, and the tempo and instruments completely change when you get into a fight. Things get a lot heavier. But then you have the music for the cyberspace stages, and that's a really slick mix of EDM, pop, and drum and bass tracks. There's a lot of cool remixes in there that I was really surprised by. But nothing could have prepared me more for the first boss fight track. I don't want to spoil the surprise for anybody else who's like me, but I've been listening to Sonic music intensely since I was a little kid. And I'm also huge into metalcore. I've been listening to that music since, 2005, I guess. I'll just date myself, it's fine. But the vocalist that they managed to get for that first boss fight melted my mind. I had to pause the game and just listen to the track. I looked it up immediately because I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. It gave me chills. So I cannot thank Sega enough. Whoever pulled that off, my gosh, you blew my mind. Now, the note I want to end on is I just appreciate how important of a role Sonic's friends have to play in this game. Of the characters that I've met in games so far, they all have plenty of side quests that feature cutscenes that can help flesh out the world and story more. Occasionally, they'll make fun callbacks to past games in the series, but more importantly, they all have something meaningful to say. Even Dr. Eggman has some pretty impactful lines. And I feel like these new Coco creatures are going to be doing a lot of work pulling at my heartstrings throughout the rest of the game. But I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. Now, there's a lot of new stuff going on in Sonic Frontiers, and I feel like I barely got to scratch the surface of it. But let us know in the comments down below your thoughts on the game so far. And if you want to pick up a copy for yourself, Sonic Frontiers is available now on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox Series X, and Xbox One. Oh, and PC. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this, then why don't you go ahead and light speed dash into that subscribe button and then ring that notification bell while you're there. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you again to Sega for sponsoring this video. I'm Zian from Nintendo Life. Stay safe out there, and we will see you all next time. Where are you going, you big drip?